This week on IUP News Center, Indiana's own Jimmy Stewart Airport prepares for a homecoming.
Also, IUP students prepare for both finals week and graduation. We bring you information on how you can relax during this stressful time.
Plus, your latest updates in sports and entertainment right here on the IUP News Center. Welcome to IUP News Center. I'm Bree Spitzer.
And I'm Jasmine Slaughter.
Jimmy Stewart Airport prepares for a happy homecoming. The airport has announced that Jimmy Stewart's private airplane has been salvaged and brought to the airport that bears his name. After years of sitting in a Dallas salvage yard, the 1961 Cessna has been rescued and plans to refurbish it are underway. We have some experience in building small planes, says Harold Wood, Secretary of the Experiment Aircraft Association, Chapter 993 at the airport. The Indiana chapter and the group agreed to restore the Cessna as a chapter project. It's an ambitious project, said Wood. The group has estimated the cost to be in excess of $50,000 and is seeking donations to help offset the cost. Indiana County is seeking extra funding for a pedestrian bridge that will help connect the Hoodlebug Trail to the Blairsville Riverfront Trail. This project would carry the trail over Route 22 in Burrell Township, which is just west of Route 119 interchange. County officials are applying for a $290,000 grant after voting on the matter in April 8th. If the grant is approved, it would help cover the necessary engineering and design costs. However, it would still be a few years before construction actually begins. The project would serve to bridge the gap in the system's trail network.
Everyone is still waiting in line out of excitement at Chipotle, but Oakland Avenue isn't stopping there. The White Township Planning Commission held a final site plan meeting last Tuesday. The site across from the Aldi entrance on Oakland Avenue would be housing an Applebee's restaurant, a Bob Evans restaurant, and a Holiday Inn Express. After a few planning issues, the matter was once again tabled, but the project is highly anticipated by the county. The dam work is scheduled. The Cummings Dam at Blue Spruce Park will be undergoing some drilling work this week. Ackenhill Engineering and the Pennsylvania Drilling Company will be working on the dam for approximately 7 days. They will be sampling the core of the concrete dam and the ground surrounding it. The work on the dam is mandated by the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Engineering and is being funded by Indiana County.
Are you tired of struggling to find a place for your relatives to stay when they come to visit? Worry no more. IUP announced the construction of a Hilton Garden Inn next to the Kovalchik Convention and Athletic Complex. Construction is set to begin on April 29th. The hotel will reside near the intersection of Pratt Drive and Wayne Avenue and is expected to open in the summer of 2016 with 128 guest rooms and suites. The hotel is operated per Hilton brand standards and will include an indoor pool, fitness center, complimentary Wi-Fi, a 24-hour business center, and a full-service restaurant and lounge. Now here's Elise Myers to bring us more news on Islam Awareness Day here at IUP.
The Saudi Student Association held Islamic Awareness Day Tuesday evening in the Hub Ohio room. The event's message was one of peace. Different speakers were invited to cover topics that ranged from mercy to all that exists, women and peace, as well as elements of inner peace in Islam. The event also hosted newly converted Muslims who shared their personal story to the audience. Women who attended the event were able to try on the hijab, a headscarf that many Muslim women wear at all times in public. The response was very positive, and those who tried it on were given the option to keep the beautiful accessory. The event concluded with a large buffet of Middle Eastern food for all to enjoy free of charge. The association wants the community to know that their focus is hospitality, giving, peace, and knowledge of their religion. Reporting from IUP, I'm Elise Myers.
Thanks, Elise. Due to financial difficulties, Indiana County may be shutting off power to an annual tradition. The Yuletide Festival of Lights, which has been celebrated for the past 22 years, was discontinued in January due to stagnant attendance and high costs. Indiana County Commissioner Mike Baker is fighting for the festival, hoping to give it another chance. Baker, after meeting with the Indiana County Chamber of Commerce, said that the commissioners will be putting together a proposal and possible lease agreement. This will allow a group of small businesses to stage the event using county lighting and related electrical equipment. At the end of this 3-year plan, the leaseholder will have the option to buy the festival rights and equipment. Baker's efforts are the beacon of hope this festival so desperately needs. Indiana may be receiving a huge boost in tourism and recognition over the summer to celebrate Jimmy Stewart's birthday. The directors of the Jimmy Stewart Museum Foundation chose a celebrity who had a connection to the beloved Stewart, personally or professionally, to receive the Harvey Award. Previous winners included the late James Best and the great Carol Burnett. Jim Caviezel, best known for playing Jesus in The Passion of the Christ, announced on The View during a Friday morning interview that he will be accepting the award this year. Caviezel is scheduled to visit in August. His timing is perfect, as Jimmy Stewart would have been turning 107 years old on May 20th.
The First Commonwealth Bank kicked off Indiana's free library annual drive with a bang. They donated $5,000 to the library. The goal that the free library hopes to achieve in 2015 is $50,000. They will use this money to redesign the front entranceway door to display the newest categories of books available. Donations can be made at indianafreelibrary.org. Hey, all you spaghetti lovers, don't plan on cooking dinner this Saturday. That's right, April 25th, the Bethel Presbyterian Church will be hosting a delicious spaghetti dinner from 4 to 7 p.m. at their church. The prices for meals are as follows: $8 for adults, children ages 5 to 12 are $3, and the dinner is free for any child under 5 years old. You can purchase tickets in advance or at the door, and it is all you can eat. As a bonus, carryout is available as well.
Local YMCA swim team places second in swimming competition. The Indiana YMCA Masters Swim Team recently competed in the Allegheny Mountain YWCA Masters Swimming Association Championship at the Spire Institute Olympic Training Center in Geneva, Ohio. 12 teams comprising of over 100 members competed for the Division III honor. Indiana's winning team, featuring members Gian Pagnucci, Richard Norris, and Raymond Rainbold, scored 93 points to secure their team's title. Norris and Pagnucci also earned recognition for completing the Amisma Swim Marathon and Iron Person Swim competitions. Even furniture stores are looking to change up their own living spaces. Rustic Acres, a furniture and interior design store, has moved into a larger location to better serve their customers. The company held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for its new location of operations last Wednesday. In attendance were Denise Liggett, Indiana County Tourist Bureau co-owners Donna and David Reed, Jim Struzzi, president of the Indiana County Chamber of Commerce, Shannon Lauer, representative for State Representative Dave Reed, and Matt Baker and Patty Ivanko, Indiana County Commissioners. The former location on the corner of Ben Franklin and Warren Roads in White Township became too small to accommodate the company's growing product line. Are you going to the spaghetti dinner on Saturday?
I think I might. It sounds like it'll be a really good time.
I think I'll check it out too.
Thanks, ladies. R&B singer August Alsina will be performing tonight in the Hub Ohio Room. Unfortunately, tickets are currently sold out. IUP student Damian Trowick says, "I'm so happy I got my ticket before they sold out. I love August's music." Study, study, study is what's going through many students' minds as finals are quickly approaching. Find your favorite place to sit back and study, whether it's in the library or in the comfort of your own home. IUP student Jamal Ferguson says, "My favorite place to study is alone in my apartment." No matter where you like to study, there are many places around campus that can help you, including the Crimson Cafe. The IUP Music Department will be making your experience a little bit more enjoyable with a free performance once a month throughout the semester at the cafe starting at 1:30 p.m. Make sure you stop by to enjoy some great live music put on by your fellow classmates. Most college students would admit to being stressed, especially seniors trying to finish up all the last threads of the semester. So why not release your busy mind and try a free meditation session? Daniel Weinstein, PhD Assistant Professor of English and a mentor in IUP's Mindfulness Living Learning Community, will host a weekly walking, writing, and sitting meditation session every Monday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. Dr. Weinstein uses the book, The True Secret of Writing, to assist the sessions and will help to enable participants to explore how writing, performed as meditation, can help anyone touch the deepest understanding of oneself. Stop by and make sure to bring a notebook and pen.
A few states across the country are discussing the possibility of allowing college students to carry concealed weapons, such as guns, on campus. One of the states leading the way in this campaign is Texas. Last month, the state Senate approved of such a bill, and it is now making its way through legislation. In an interview with NBC News, Republican Representative Greg Steube, who sponsored a similar state bill in Florida, said, "I don't think people's rights to defend themselves should stop at the line of a college campus." While lobbyists who are against this kind of measure are speaking out about the movement, 7 states already permit students 21 and over to carry guns on campus. You do not have to be an Ivy League graduate student in order to work at Google. Google receives about 2 million applications a year. Lazio Bach, Google's head of people's operations, explained that when the company was smaller, they cared about getting graduate students from schools such as Harvard and Stanford. They have now realized that that is the wrong strategy. They have found that even better workers from state schools all across the United States, as long as you know how to problem solve and know how to be a team leader, you could be a candidate.
Now we are going to hand things over to Justin Wiley for the latest in sports. Justin?
Hi, Indiana. I'm Justin Wiley here with Sports News. For the first time since 2013, the Heisman Trophy winner is reported to sign with the Philadelphia Eagles this Monday, 4/20/2015. The 27-year-old quarterback will be signing a one-year deal for the first time since the New England Patriots released Tebow. His signing is just before the preseason workouts. Kyrie Irving, the Cavaliers' new driving force, didn't look like a player making his first NBA playoff debut. With a game-high of 30 points, Irving led the Cavs to a 113-110 victory over the Celtics. Great news for the city of Johnstown this week. The home of the slap shot has moved into the Final Four into the Hockeyville competition. The competition was held nationwide in the search of a town that has the most enthusiasm towards the sports of hockey. What better place than the town that introduced us to one of the greatest hockey movies of all time? The event is sponsored by Kraft, and the winning city will be given money to improve local hockey rinks. So get out and vote on Tuesday for the city of Johnstown to be the hockey capital of the nation. That's all I have for you guys today for sports. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Justin.
Brittany Person and Nick Dampman of IUP News Center had the chance to attend the Laurel Highlands Communication Conference earlier this month.
The conference is held each year by IUP's Communications Media Department. Brittany brings us more on this scholarly event. Brittany?
I'm Brittany Person reporting from the KCAC for the 6th annual Laurel Highlands Communications Conference. This is sponsored by the IUP Communications Media Department and took place April 9th and April 10th.
LHCC is a really great opportunity, especially to get undergrads involved. I was really excited to see how many students came out from St. Francis University especially, and undergrads from IUP, several of them presented. So it's not only an opportunity for professors, but undergrads, and I think that's wonderful.
You know, you guys really have got to, as soon as possible, start attending conferences, even if you're not necessarily getting ready to do research or have written a paper, getting involved with panels, you know, working with your other cohorts. You know, this is how you get involved. It's not just sitting in the classroom in front of the lecturer and the books and the grades. This is how you build scholarship from the get-go, and it's for someone at the doctoral level, it's a must.
Everyone was very well spoken, very intelligent. I learned a lot about communications and what they do in the real world.
So for the LHCC, we pretty much as the center delegated tasks between the GAs. My main task was coordinating and logistics. I handled a lot of the emails that went to the presenters and the media showcase and poster session participants. And from there we came up with a schedule, and the schedule took about 50% of the time when it came to getting the conference together. But overall we got 2 full days of amazing presentations, and I couldn't be more happy with the way things turned out.
I'm Brittany Person, back to the news desk.
Thanks, Brittany. And now for a look at what's happening nationally. As the dust settles with the trial of the Boston Marathon bomber, one victim's parents have rendered their own verdict. Parents Bill and Denise Richard lost their 8-year-old son in the bombing that killed 3 and injured an estimated 264 others. The family was cheering on the participants when the attack took place. Their daughter, who was also injured in the blast, lost her leg and sustained other injuries. The man responsible for the attack, Zolkar Tsarnaev, was found guilty of all 30 charges, 17 of which carry the death penalty. The Richards pleaded for the defendant not to be executed. Poland has summoned the U.S. ambassador and demanded an apology over a statement regarding their role in the Holocaust. On Thursday, FBI Director James Comey commented in a Washington Post article that some Poles were to blame for the atrocities that claimed the lives of millions of people. He was quoted saying, "In their minds, the murderers and accomplices of Germany and Poland and Hungary and so many other places didn't do something evil." Polish President Bronislaw Komorowski told a television station that the FBI director's comments were an insult to the thousands of Poles who helped the Jews. On Sunday, the Washington Post published a column condemning the comments of the director. After decades of anticipation, Ringo Starr has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The 74-year-old musician was the last Beatle to be inducted as a solo artist and said at the ceremony, "Finally, I'm invited and I love it." After an introduction from his former bandmate, Sir Paul McCartney, they performed the iconic Beatles anthem with a little help from my friends. Starr has also released 18 solo studio albums. Green Day, Joan Jett, and Lou Reed were also honored at the ceremony, which will be aired on HBO on May 30th.
In Philadelphia, PA, in the Tioga Nicetown section of the city, a 29-year-old woman named Precious Richardson Coleman is being charged with attempted murder after a hit-and-run incident. Precious was charged with 2 accounts of attempted murder and related offenses, and her bail was set to $750,000. The incident happened around 2:05 p.m. on Friday, and the victim was identified as 24-year-old Beatrice Spence. We will keep you updated as the story continues to develop. 3 people were injured in a shooting on the campus of Delaware State University. It happened around 8:30 p.m. Saturday on the campus located on the 1200 block of North DuPont Highway. Gunfire erupted during a school-sponsored cookout for the university's fraternities and sororities. Junior Devontae Phillips said, "Someone got trampled and I heard gunshots. It was just a horrific event." All 3 people shot were taken to Kent General Hospital in Dover with non-life-threatening injuries. The victims were not DSU students. No arrests have been made. Now bringing things back more locally. IUP student Robert Matchett was awarded the 5th annual Ray Koppler Disability Awareness Award on April 8th. The Koppler Award gives recognition to an IUP student, faculty, staff, or administrative member for their contributions to disability education, awareness, and/or inclusiveness at IUP. Matchett is an undergraduate student at IUP who stated he found his passion when switching his major to disability services. Matchett, who himself has disabilities, has committed himself to disability education and awareness-raising efforts at IUP. Through IUP's Phi Sigma Pi National Co-ed Fraternity, Matchett led the organization and delivery of an Autism Awareness Week on campus. We congratulate and applaud him for his efforts.
Indiana First Bank has opened its newest branch along Scalp Avenue in Richland Township, Cambria County. A grand opening for the public will take place on May 2nd from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The celebration will include refreshments, giveaways, and the opportunity for interaction with the branch management and staff. The new branch will offer full-service banking, including checking and savings accounts, IRAs, and wealth management. The office will also operate an ATM and a state-of-the-art technology center. With summer right around the corner, you will find those ambitious people at the gym, running on the sidewalks and attending as many gym classes as possible. For the rest of you, CNN has come up with some of the lamest workout excuses trainers have ever heard. The list begins with, "I'm so sorry, I can't work out. I had a massage yesterday." Then there's the, "I'm more hungry when I exercise, so I'm going to take a few days off so I eat less" excuse. The best one on the list is the man who said he realized he needed an oil change on his way to the gym, so instead of training, he went to the local mechanic.
So you think you're going to try and go to the gym this week?
Probably not. Maybe over the summer.
There we go.
And now we're going to hand things over to Kayla for our entertainment segment.
Hello, I'm Kayla Woods, and this is your weekly entertainment news. On Sunday, the Academy of Country Music Awards took place. The big winner of the night was Miranda Lambert, with 3 wins for Female Vocalist of the Year, Song of the Year, and Album of the Year. This makes her the reigning 6-time ACM Female Vocalist of the Year winner. She is also the most awarded solo female in ACM history with 21 awards to her name. She did not take home Entertainment of the Year, though. That went to Luke Bryan. Male Vocalist of the Year went to Jason Aldean, Vocal Group of the Year was Little Big Town, and Vocal Duo of the Year was Florida Georgia Line. Overall, it was a great night with some great performances by country's finest, like Blake Shelton, Dierks Bentley, Reba, and of course, Miranda Lambert. In April 2013, Rebecca Gregory lost her leg in the Boston Marathon bombing. She was at the finish line when the bomb exploded. She was among 16 other marathon victims who lost limbs. In 2014, during the tribute run, she crossed that same finish line in a wheelchair. Rebecca endured several operations but ultimately lost her left leg and it was replaced with a prosthetic limb, but still began strength training a week after surgery. Since then, she has tried to focus on endurance and strength by trying to train 5 days a week for at least an hour. She has said that running with a prosthetic leg has been challenging since she can't feel it hitting the pavement, but she has not let anything get in her way. Rebecca said, "This time, the only thing hitting the ground will be my running shoe, as I show myself and the rest of the world that I am back, stronger than ever, and there is no stopping me now." She has lost so much at that finish line and it has taken a journey, but at this year's 2015 Boston Marathon, as she crossed the finish line, she has taken it back. Rebecca Gregory is a true inspiration to us all. This Saturday, April 25th, the Indiana University of Pennsylvania Student Film Association holds the premiere of their short film, Painted Skies, at the Indiana Theater. The SFA has worked hard all year to make this film possible. They have took it from just a script and turned it into a brilliant film. The event starts at 5 o'clock with live performances by some of the bands from the film's soundtrack, and then into the behind-the-scenes footage and interviews. The film's premiere will be the highlight of the evening, with the film available for purchase along with the soundtrack throughout the night. Tickets are only $5 and everyone is invited to come. So come out to Indiana Theater on Philadelphia Street and celebrate the fine accomplishment of the SFA and enjoy some live entertainment and a film. On May 4th, the Lively Arts host the Broadway hit Memphis in Fisher Auditorium at 8 p.m. The musical is a 4-time 2010 Tony Award-winning hit, with awards for Best Musical, Best Score, Best Book, and Best Orchestrations. It is based on true events and is set in the 1950s club scene in Memphis, Tennessee. It is about a radio DJ who wants to change the world and a singer who is looking for her big break. It is a tale of fame and forbidden love. The musical is filled with incredible singing and brilliant dancing. Tickets are $40, senior citizens and groups of 15 or more are $34, and iCard holders, students, and children are only $18. So if you're looking for a night of marvelous entertainment, then look no further than Memphis. I'm Kayla Woods, and that's all I have for this week's entertainment news. Now back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Kayla.
Well, that's all the time we have tonight. On behalf of IUP News Center, I'm Bree Spitzer.
And I'm Jasmine Slaughter. Make sure to tune in next week for Grade A News. Good night.